Good morning from somewhere just outside of Cloverdale, California on the Highway 101. I'm going to blabber on here a little bit, kind of catch you guys up on what's going on. But basically, we had to wait for a while to talk to our insurance this morning because they're on Alaska time. And we really wanted to talk to our agent, not just somebody at the claims office, because they couldn't really answer our questions yesterday when we called. So we've spoken with someone there, and we've gotten the process going with them.
But the determination was...
So the determination was, after talking to them, that if it's an act of God like this, where a tree falls on your vehicle because of weather, not because they were out like cutting down the tree or something, then your insurance covers it, not the parks. So that's all good, whatever. That's why we carry insurance, and the deductible's not too bad, so we'll survive. Anyway, so once we got all of that figured out and squared away, I spent some time on the phone with the insurance adjuster. They're trying to figure out if covering lodging would be included in our plan policy. They will cover a rental car, and we found a place in Eureka, California, which would keep us going north, not heading back south a couple of hours to the Bay Area, and also keep us out of big cities, which with a 52-foot rig is ideal. So we found a nice place, talked to a guy, really got a good vibe from him. Seems like he knows what he's doing, and was really insanely honest with us, which we really value. We feel like that's important. I do want to say thank you to everybody that has messaged us in the last 24 hours, either with just concern and with good wishes, and also a couple of you that live in the area even touched base with us about, this is a good place to go to, this isn't a good place to go to, things like that. So
How they think.
So that really meant a lot to us. Thank you, Dave, in particular, for your email and message about who we should and shouldn't go to in the area. It meant a lot. So now we've decided to go ahead and get on the road and head towards Eureka. It's a 4-hour drive up there, and the rig is drivable, and we persisted through the night last night without any leaks. We're warm, we're dry, we're safe. That's what really matters. So,
And we're still moving.
I will say it's been a little bit of an anxious morning this morning, just after hearing what is going to be involved in the repair of the RV. It's made us realize that this is actually a pretty significant amount of damage. So we're just keeping our fingers crossed that everything works out. It will, no matter what, but works out in the best possible way for us. And so we're back on the road, and we'll show you what we see today. It's beautiful, blue skies, sun's shining. Nothing like the last 3 or 4 days of torrential downpours. Evidently, the ranger in the park said that on Saturday we got 3 inches of rain. And we were parked by the Russian River, and it was just like this quiet little, peaceful, meandering river when we came through on Thursday when we first arrived, and today we drove past it, and there's like places where it's kind of overflowing the banks that it's natural banks that it had when we got here, and there's rapids, and it's all muddy and dirty. I mean, we've gotten a ton of rain. 3 inches on Saturday was just one day. It rained like that, not as heavily on Friday, but on Sunday it poured again. So I definitely have RV fever because Saturday we went out and did stuff, but I stayed in the RV and worked all day Friday. We drove all day Thursday, and yesterday we kind of just stayed around the RV because it was raining, and some point today. So anyway, I told you I was gonna ramble, but now you're all caught up to speed. You know what's going on and where we stand, and we'll just see what the day brings.
Hey guys, it's the evening. Yeah, it's kind of been one of those days. You know, we blew right through the redwoods to try to make it to Eureka for the RV shop. And it turns out that this job is too big of a job for this little guy. And he said anywhere nearby, it's too big of a job. So you'd either have to head down to the Bay Area, or off to Salem, or Portland, or Bend maybe. So I don't know, maybe this is a blessing, because we now don't need to stop for a week or so and stop our trip. Yeah, it's not leaking, but things did get a little hairy with the
Awning.
Yeah, with the awning. It did suck right on up when we left Cloverdale. And I don't know if the wind switched, but as soon as we got past Eureka, that thing just came flying off and unraveled and made a big old mess, and I had to pull off and crawl up on the roof. And actually
I had to hold it while we got off.
I'm driving and she's holding it out the window. And yeah, it's kind of been one of those days. So pulled off somewhere, and the insurance company originally said, we want you guys to keep this thing. And I'm like, well, there's now a chance we're going to get this fixed in Alaska, because, we'll do it when we get home. And now they want us to hold on to this 14-foot retractable awning. So we called and they said take plenty of pictures and save the hardware, and you do not have to keep it.
Yeah, and they made sure to tell me to dispose it properly in a trash receptacle.
Yeah,
don't leave it on the side of the road, she said. I'm like, you really have to tell people that?
Yeah, that's not our style, but...
No.
So yeah, didn't quite know where to stop for the night, and then we remembered that occasionally casinos have RV parking.
So I called the Blue Lake Casino, which is 16 miles from where we were at the repair place in Eureka. And it's just kind of up in the hills off of the water. And free parking for 3 nights, and if you go get a player's card, and they gave me a 20% food discount coupon and a bunch of free chips and free slot.
Yeah, so they want us to go and spend some money, and I really could go for a little luck right now.
She told me when I checked in, so you have to check in at the hotel, and she told me that several people have won $10,000+ in the last 2 weeks on the slot
I don't
machines.
know. I could go for a little bit of luck. So we're gonna go grab a bite to eat now and
You know
catch
what
up.
would be really nice is if we could at least win the deductible for the RV.
Yeah, that'll be our goal. Let's win our deductibles. So I don't have the Thrill Pro selfie stick with me, so my arm is starting to lose its blood. So this clip is now over.
It's amazing what a beautiful salad and having a Coke can do for you. I sat down here feeling pretty beat up. I mean, we've been on the phone with the insurance company so many times, and finding out that that guy can't fix the RV, that we have to take it somewhere else, which implies other things, that it's a really big job. And I'm not gonna say it because we're not going down that road until we have to, but you kind of get it. It was really stressful. Like, we were really hanging in there and doing really well today until we got to Eureka, and the guy's like, I can't fix this for you. And all of a sudden, the stress of 3 days of this kind of like fell on me all at once. But a little bit of caffeine, some ranch dressing, and a beautiful salad kind of makes you feel a whole lot better.
Well, yeah, our prime rib dinner is like $15.
I know, $15, and we get salad and bread and prime rib and a baked potato. Makes it all better, sort of.
Now we're talking. I love my wild game, but a good chunk of prime rib is hard to beat. And a baked potato with all the fixins.
We're back in the RV. We went and played blackjack for a while and had a really good time. And sat down with $10 each, and we came back with $30 total. So we're $10 up. The RV is driving us nuts. Everything's a mess. We have this ginormous, stupid awning on the floor because State Farm said we might have to keep it, which now they've said we can dispose of it after we take pictures tomorrow. But just need to be able to clean things up. And we came back to the RV and saw a leak underneath it, and Ben checked it, and it's one of the heater hoses that we replaced.
It's a heater control valve.
Oh, sorry, heater control valve that we replaced in Virginia. So stuff that we fixed is now starting to leak again. Anyway, it was a good evening. We had prime rib dinner, played some blackjack. Now we're back in the RV, and we've been listening to Kitchen Confidential by Anthony Bourdain, and so we're going to listen to that this evening. And just, I don't know, try to recuperate here. So we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Sorry we're kind of bummers today, but not every day is sunshine and peaches. So give us a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and share with your friends. But most importantly, even on days when trees fall on your RV, enjoy the ride. Good night, everybody.